All right, what's going on everyone, and welcome back to another indie game playthrough. Over the past few weeks, we've been trying to see what indie games we can beat in a single sitting. Stories that we're able to just fully engross ourselves in one sitting, one stream, and surprisingly enough, I didn't realize this, there are a lot of indie games that you can beat in a single sitting. And so over the past few Fridays on our Twitch channel, we've been trying to knock out these games one by one. There's so many indie games I wanted to experience and thought that this would be a fun way for us to kind of share in those experiences together. And so in our most recent live stream, we played What Remains of Edith Finch, a game that I've had in my Steam library for, I want to say maybe even 2 years now, and have just never gotten around to it, alongside most of my Steam library. And so I'm excited to bring you this playthrough and excited to share in this experience with you. This game is one that I have been wanting to play, have been interested in playing, and I'm so excited to finally be able to jump in. Thank you for allowing me to share my indie game experiences with each and every one of you. And without further ado, go ahead and sit back, relax, grab some snacks, and let's do this.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Oh, it's like a story? Oh, this is cool. Wait, hold on. Let me, I guess we'll bump the audio up a little bit more. Hopefully it sounds okay.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Dude, I love this already. I love this already. There's certain games that you'll play sometimes and you just know, you know, sometimes it's within the first couple seconds of a game, you know, sometimes it happens that fast, you know, and you just know this game is gonna cook. I don't know what it is, if it's the lighthouse in the distance or the words that popped up on the screen out there by the lighthouse area. It looks like a lighthouse or a tree house or something. I don't know. It was in that moment that I just I had a feeling. I said, you know what? They might be doing something here. They might be doing something.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Oh, so it's like a narrative story-driven game. Okay. This is a phenomenal game. Also sounds good so far. Okay. All right. I'm also going to turn this light off because it's just so bright for me. Hopefully that's a little better. I always feel like I'm too dark now. But it's about the atmosphere. Anyway, sorry guys. I'm like all like OCD now about everything. I
hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
All right, so she has a brother. Okay. Oh, the letters, they fall on the ground. I'm like, I'm very easily impressed. Like it's just little things like that where I'm just like, oh, that's cool. I'm like, oh, look, the gate, it swings open. That's neat. Anyway. Yeah, chat, this is what we needed right now. This is what we needed after an hour of technical difficulties. Sometimes you just need the sounds of flowing water.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Yeah, well,
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Oh, I like how the words kind of move out of your way. Oh, the Finches. Oh, that's sick. Wait, can I go down here? Or should I go up here? I'm going to go this way. Oh, listen to all that, chat. Listen to all that. Holy moly.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Wait, now I'm confused. Should I have gone this way? I don't like feeling like I'm missing something. You know what I mean? But I also don't know if this is one of those games where like your path or your decisions affect the story. I honestly, that's what I like about this game so far. I don't know what I stepped into. Maybe I could go this way. This seems more like us. This seems like a path that we would all take. You know what I mean? A lot of frogs out here.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
All right, so it looks like you could have taken that path up there.
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
Wait, we didn't take that path though. I mean, we kind of took it, but, and then we doubled back. All right, it's fine. It's fine, chat. Not me thinking the frogs were outside with me. Listen, it's all about the immersion. It's all about that ethereal experience, you know? I like it so far. This is a cool game. Wow.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Look at that. A little basketball court, okay. Can I go this way? A lot of frogs out here. Okay. It seems like a one-way road. I guess before we go, let's go see if we can...
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Dude, why am I nervous about what we're about to experience? I feel like this game is about to be traumatic. Oh, recyclables, okay. Even the trash cans, they look so real. Waste management, like that's a real thing. Okay, I see you guys. I see you. Very detail oriented. They even got the trash guy right, or trash girl. You know, it really depends. I can never tell. It doesn't matter really.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
I feel like there's a lot of different directions that you can take.
Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm! Wait. Everybody calm down!
Mecha Dolly, thank you so much for the tier 1. Holy moly. That's way too kind of you. Thank you so much. And thank you for being here. Truly. Truly, truly. Thank you guys so much for the love.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
No power. Unfortunate. Looks like they were moving. I don't know if it's just you. I've never really owned or like had a garage. Like my family never really had a garage growing up. But I had friends growing up whose families had garages. And I always thought this whole tennis ball thing was just such an ingenious idea. It was like if you want to know, you know, because you don't want to pull too far forward, right? And so you'd wait till the dash, you know, hit the tennis ball, and then you knew that your car was in. You know what I mean? And that you weren't too far forward. Now, I just thought it was I don't know. I just thought it was the most ingenious idea. So cool.
For the first time in years,
2010.
I felt like I was home.
Oh, wow. Look at this place. Holy moly.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Chat, this game is so sick. It's like an interactive story.
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Look at all that canned tuna. Oh, apple pie. This game knows me. Listen, chat, I'll go crazy for an apple pie. A really good apple pie. I'll go crazy. I guarantee you this is probably a legit recipe. Water, lemon juice, brown sugar. Yeah, we can make this. We can make this. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. We talked about a cooking channel, and I feel like one that would be really neat would be a cooking channel in which anytime you play a game and you come across a dish or cook a dish, you have to then make that dish. You know what I mean? Like, so we come across this apple pie recipe in a game, and now we have to go to the store, acquire these ingredients, make thy pie, taste it, review it, and then come back, and then we can continue. We would never get anything done. No games would ever be beaten. But holy moly, would we have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Imagine we get 2 feet and then encounter another recipe. Again, we'd never get anything done.
Or only one restaurant would deliver to our house. So we had Chinese a lot.
Dude, Chinese is like, that's my go-to, man. That's my go-to. Oh, look at these books. Oh, these are all cookbooks. The Pleasures of Japanese Cooking. Fanny Farmer Junior Cookbook. I loved the junior cookbooks growing up. I mean, it was a lot of pizza and pasta recipes and things, but man, it was like stuff like that really got me into cooking early on. I love little details like this in games too. A lot of the things that we tend to overlook that could potentially give you context to the story or characters, how they lived. You know, I always seek connection in games and stories. And I just love looking at stuff like this. Like, look at them. They got the water filter. Okay. Trying to drink clean water. I like it. But I love stuff like this that you kind of imagine pieces of your own life in here, you know, or what could have been, what was at one point. Edith, Eddie. Oh, look at this. Edith, Eddie, Dawn, and Lewis. The Finches. Oh no, somebody died. In loving memory of Lewis Finch. Beloved brother to Edith. Son of Dawn, great grandson to Eddie. So Eddie is the grandma. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Oh, Edith is the girl. Are we Edith? That's like a scary, accurate photo. I have my grandma's classic Fanny Farmer cookbook. They got a Finch family cemetery. Is this family loaded? They got their own cemetery? It's crazy. That's got to be like a really drab business, but profitable, I guess. A lot of tuna.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Not me looking for the words. I don't know if anyone else does this. I sometimes will have subtitles. I have subtitles on so often, you know, especially when watching anime, that even when it's like shows that I don't need subtitles, I find myself looking at the subtitles, and I have to subconsciously tell myself to not just be reading the subtitles, you know what I mean? But actually like watch the show. It's very interesting. Man, look at all this takeout.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
So I wonder if her mom and Edie had a little beef. I feel like that's any kid and their parent, though. Like, I think you just get sick of your parent and you're like, just, you know what I'm saying? Nursing home doesn't sound too bad. Oh, is this, public market? Is that Seattle? Oh, they like whales. Some books here. I love how detailed everything is. It's like it wants you. Fanny Farmer Jr. Cookbook. A Viking's Belly. It's like they want you to be invested in the Finches. Which, listen, I am. They like boats. They like being on the water. You know, you've got your typical family photos and things. Subtitles are a must. They really
Nothing
are.
in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Wow, look at that view. Okay. I think we're definitely in Seattle. Or we're at least in Washington. In some respect.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house after it sank.
That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Barbara.
Great Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Dude, you don't really see music boxes that much anymore. Now, I'm assuming it wants us to go downstairs. I just want to make sure we checked everything out. So this was kind of the kitchen area. Can we go upstairs? Looks like we can. Grandma Edie had the one of those things that would take you up and down stairs. What is this?
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
That's pretty cool. That does look like Pike Place Market sign. Yeah, right? And the opening scene ferry trip looked very Puget Sound.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Dude, there's a lot of drama going on here. Holy moly. I wonder if this is a story of what remains of the rest of the family.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes. I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
This is cool. I like this room. It's like it's very ocean themed. I'm assuming that's intentional. This is cool though.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him. Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
What the heck? Wait, hold on. I'm like nervous. I'm gonna go to a spot that I can't go to.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
This is cool. It's like a look into their family history in a way. You know, I think there's got to be some interesting stuff you learn about your family.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Barbara Finch. Okay, so she was like a child star. I was wondering what this was. It was like she was a director, or at least worked in film in some respect. That's pretty cool. It looks like it goes even further. And a lot of books here. Some of the same books. Like we keep coming across oh, that's a different book. Yeah, but the Pleasures of Japanese Cooking, you know, we've seen that in just about every floor. And then the Fanny Farmer one.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house. Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Oh, so that's got all of her old stuff in there. 1944 to 1960. Wait, what? Wait, 1940, 1950 to 1960 would be 10 years. She was 14. No, she was 16. Right? Yeah. Dude, that's... Or is this just maybe when she stopped being a child star? I don't know. If not, that's really tragic.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Gregory, 1966 or 1976 to 77. Wow. A lot of these, I'm curious what these rooms are for.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
There's a lot going on here. All right, so we've been there. We never went upstairs. I guess we'll go check the attic.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
I'd love to learn a little bit more about her mom. Or really why they left. Now, we never went into the basement, but now I'm kind of curious to see what might have been down there.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Of course it didn't. Unfortunate. Alright, so we've been to all of these other rooms. Alright, so it seems like it really did want us to go in that one direction. Yo, Kitty, thanks so much for being here. And Fox, thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Oh, the Orca Island calves.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Interesting.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
All right, so there's no way to go back. I wonder why a lot of these rooms are locked. $1947. Holy moly.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
What the heck?
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it. Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
You played this a few years ago? Yeah, I finally get a chance to jump into it. I'm so far I'm really intrigued.
I kept eating and eating.
Nah, don't eat the toothpaste. Nah, that's weird.
I ate a lot of things that night.
I don't think that's edible.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
What the heck? Dude, this is weird. This is weird. I don't even know where I'm supposed to go. Like, is there a jump button or?
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Dude, this is trippy. Do we get to be a cat in this game? Things I wish I knew sooner.
The babies were all gone.
Alright, so I gotta go this way.
I jumped and I almost got her.
Dude, I don't want to chase the birds, you know? Seems a little wrong.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
What?
I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl.
Dude, I'm so I'm so confused.
Teeth nibbling in the grass.
Oh.
Rabbits.
Oh, there we go.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Dude, that's crazy.
A mama rabbit.
Dude, this is kind of trippy.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. But suddenly, I was a shark.
Okay. I've always wanted to know what it was like to be a shark. So this is exactly the kind of situation I would like to be in.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Dude, is this what sharks see?
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Oh.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Wow. That's dark. I like how the music gets like more intense as we get closer.
I grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
What the heck?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Nah, dude, this is weird. I love how we go from one story to, and now we're kind of like reading this girl's diary.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
You know, he definitely didn't make it. So I guess we gotta go this way. That's like a... It's like reminds me of a kraken or something.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Yeah, no, he's definitely done. Kids have quite literal wild imaginations. Wait, can we go in this door? How did you end up a monster? You know, I don't know. It just kind of happened.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
Okay, we're still the
I
monster.
slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe. I got closer and closer.
Oh, we're back in the room.
All my stomach started growling.
Dude,
And
that's...
suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Dude, that is a very trippy diary.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
There's the cat. Turns out holly berries are poisonous. Are they really?
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Oh, she had everything. She had the bird cages, the...
We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom.
Interesting.
Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
Odin Finch. Okay.
His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Okay. How do I? Okay.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Okay. It's a cool looking room though. Mole man beneath the Finch house.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Edith Jr.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
She could have, but Dragon Kills Finch sounds a lot more grabby, you know?
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Dude, imagine being 90.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
I was about to
A
say,
pretty big trace.
that is a lot of pink.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
What? Yo, this house is kind of sick. Oh. Oh, wow.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Oh, Fort Calvin. All about that space, exploring the universe. The final frontier. Oh, they got stars in here too. Okay. Honestly, this is kind of like my dream bedroom as a kid. This is what I would have wanted. Just nothing but space and, you know, sci-fi and all the good stuff. Fort Sam, Fort Calvin. He even had a velvet rope around his side. He was like, hey, don't come over here. You stay over there.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Oh.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Dude, I miss swing sets, honestly. One of the greatest pastimes.
Dinner's ready. Coming.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible.
Dude, I always wanted to do the
Maybe if I
360.
hadn't said that,
Always wanted to do the 360.
I'm gonna tell you again.
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Oh,
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
dude. Dude, that... I did it once as a kid, never again. Dude, that was the dream.
Strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
I'm telling you, that was the dream, chat. The dream was to do the 360. The furthest I ever came was just doing the little backflips off the swing. The last time I did a backflip off the swing, I miscalculated, and I ended up doing the backflip, but I tried to do an additional spin and landed right on my stomach. Completely winded me. Like, winded me like I've never been winded before. I could not breathe. And my like, it was just like, I mean, just imagine falling from, you know, I don't know, I might have gone like 12 feet in the air, and just being absolutely demolished. It was the last time I did a flip, but man, it was cool. It was cool doing the flips off the swing set. I'm telling you, that was
Funeral.
the day.
He roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Oh, so that's why it's roped off.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Dude, that's unfortunate. And that was incredibly satisfying. It would also seem that everyone's rooms are connected through this like tunnel system.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies. Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Oh, this is Barbara's room. Wow, Swan Lake. I love how instead of the Hollywood sign, it just says Barbara. That's awesome.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards. Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch.
Wow.
As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room.
Dang.
Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
Oh, no.
Right. Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks.
Oh.
I'll be back in a sec.
We're definitely going back down there.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Dude, I don't know about you. I'm not going down there. I'm not going down there. You couldn't pay me enough money. Oh, this is sick. I love the Halloween music too. Okay, Rick is definitely dead. There's no denying that.
Found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Oh no. Dude, this is crazy. Holy moly. Yeah. Come on, come out.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
That's where the accident happened.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm preparing myself. You gotta wind yourself up a little bit. Yeah. Had to be done. Had to be done.
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She threw him out.
Dang.
Kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still home.
Nah, she said hobble home, brother.
Asleep, watching the late picture show. Hours later.
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Foreshadowing? Foreshadowing? Is Walter actually dead? Barbara may come to regret those words. Nah, this is the horror. This is the horror right here. Who still has roller skates? No way. What? Nah. That must be in some alternate dimension.
Walter, are you there?
Walter, don't play games, brother. You will get hit like Rick.
Vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Oh, no.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
There we go. There we go. Fight back.
He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Nah, dude, I'm getting out of here.
Barbara, there's got to be another way out of here.
Yeah, no, I'm getting out of here.
She played her part beautifully.
Can I go? Should I go outside?
She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it.
All right, so we definitely can't leave Walter.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges grow.
Hit him. Yeah.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Okay, so he definitely is dead. He has to be, right? There's no way you live through that. Oh no.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
See, brother, this is why you don't take your eyes off him. If anything, I'm climbing down from up there and I'm jumping down. There's no way I'm losing eyesight.
The door was dying to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true.
Nah, dude, that is not where I thought that story was going.
Monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time.
Wow.
It's all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box was all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
What? Dude, that's crazy. That's actually crazy.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
So it seems like everybody, you know, and obviously we still have a number of names on this family tree that we have to find, but it most certainly seems like everyone's dead. That is my theory at this point. I think Calvin had a really, I don't know. We actually didn't see a lot about Calvin. We just know that he didn't make it. So it's kind of sad. You see some of, you know, how some of these family members actually end up dying. I mean, Barbara, she was pretty young, you know. Calvin was also really young. That's unfortunate. 1944 to 1960. That's crazy, dude.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Listen, as a kid, though, this was my dream. Was this like, you know, underground
Same.
tunnels?
All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
All right, so there you have Fort Sam. Calvin, the whole Calvin story is actually really sad. Now I'm trying to see what other direction we can or should take. I don't know which way we're supposed to go. Like, we could continue going this way, I suppose. But I think this is the way we came. You missed the side entrance? Interesting. So we still can't go up there. However, what we can do based on the comic strip that we watched in the last...
I wonder if that comic was right about there being a key inside the music box near the basement.
The basement that we previously could not get to. Now, may have had a key that could have got us there. I guess you just keep... Okay, there you go. I was like, do we just keep turning it? And there we go. To the basement. Oh, look at this. This is cool. Guys, let me know how's the quality? Is it lagging for you guys, or is it okay? I just want to make sure that we're still good. Now I'm like super cautious about it. It's fine? Okay.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Interesting. Okay. Cool. As long as it's good for you guys.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Oh. You go this way?
I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
What the heck? What is this? A bunker? Oh, nah, brother. No, sir.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Wow, dude, this is a bunker. Walter. Dude. Okay, here we go. We're going to read the story of Walter.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
30 years?
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
Dude, he's crushing those
One
peaches,
day,
though.
Everything just stopped.
Am I supposed to just keep eating these peaches?
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
Oh, interesting.
I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
Dude, that's insane. The way that they...
I want you to know, I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Wow.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
So Walter is Molly, Barbara, and Calvin. Walter. Dude, that's crazy. Okay. Oh, a little train set here? Okay.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
What's this? Oh, it's like a... Oh, it's like a picture frame. It's crazy that as you experience, you know, you see their stories, you then go the paths that they took.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Man, this is wild.
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Wow, so their uncle was
I
living...
don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
He was living under the house.
Something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Oh. And the train set again. And the train tracks, that's got to be symbolic for something. Wow. Look at all this. It's a beautiful game, I will say that. And one that's kind of, you know, shrouded in mystery.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of.
Am I supposed to go in the water? Maybe we go this way.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
I still want to know what the story is. And it seems like this family has kind of a dark past.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Is there anything in this house? Or I guess we can't go inside. I guess we just keep following.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
I take that? No?
What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
I guess that is kind of twisted. What do you think about it? A little foreshadowing, perhaps?
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Wow, they got Zerpy, Lurpy, Furpy, Chirpy, Burpy, Derpy, and Derpy Jr. Wow. What are all these names, though? Zoe, Coco, Tucker. Oh, Charlie's got to be the cat. Oh, Lucy's the dog. Wow, there's a lot of death in this family. Oh.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Barbara Finch. Walter. Eddie Sven. So Sven built the house. Walter. Barbara. Molly. Calvin. Wow. So these are all the stories that we've kind of encountered so far.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Oh, that's the old house. Interesting.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Oh, wow. A lot of gravestones here, and they're all Finches. Interesting. Yo, Lolly, what's going on? Orcish, what's going on? Welcome in.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Oh, well, we're finding it out, all right. That is for sure. This feels like the type of game, too,
Looking back on it now,
that you, like, replay again to better understand or miss, you know, certain things that you might have missed or...
if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Wait, what? Oh, dude, the story just keeps... it just keeps unfolding. Dude, I was wondering, if you look down, she kind of... like, I wasn't sure what I was looking at here. Now we know she's pregnant. So we can go that way. I guess that's the only way we can go, right?
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Oh, wow, dude. Intense is putting it lightly.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Oh, wow. Anything else around here?
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Interesting. All right, let's read this entry. There's like, it's crazy that there's so much. This house is huge, and it's got like other things, like other attachments.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have...
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
Oh, it's cool that we're experiencing the story as she flips through the
Just
pages.
be careful. The camera's older than you are.
Where is she?
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
don't know if I'm supposed to take a photo of her or I feel like I should, right? This is cool though. I don't know if I get this.
Aw.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee. Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don.
Oh. Look at us, a natural photographer.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong.
Dude.
Great shot, Don! I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
Oh. That's so cool.
Sorry, Don. Just gotta reset the timer.
Oh, we have to get up there.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about
Dad!
Oh! Okay. He didn't make it.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Dude, that's tragic. So I wonder if Kay was the daughter, if that's what this box is for. Yeah, I could see why her mom was the way she was. Yeah. I mean, it's all starting to make sense. Some of the members of the family were pretty intense. I don't know if is there anything else? Oh, here we go. And another secret passageway. I feel like the more we learn about them, the more we'll...
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Dude, I literally gasped. I mean, I did not expect that. Oh. Oh, so Kay was the wife. And she was getting a divorce. A lawsuit has been filed against you. You have 20 calendar days after the summons is served to you to file a written response to the attached complaint/petition with the clerk of this court located at 3527 Clerks Court Street, Friday Harbor, Washington 98250. A phone call will not protect you. Your written response, including the case number given above and the names of the parties, must be filed if you want the court to hear your side of the case. Wow, dude, that is a lot of words.
Dear Kay, Do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Oh. What the heck? Oh, this is so sick.
Time's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw.
Dude, I don't know. Oh, do I have to pop the... Oh. Oh, what?
What his world was like. He reminded me so much of Calvin.
Oh my gosh.
Lost in his imagination.
This was me as a kid, honestly. Just nothing but symphonies, trying to drown out the noise.
Whatever it was, he saw it.
What? Oh, look at us spinning. Yes, yes. Oh. Oh, look at the whales looking at us.
It sure made him happy.
There we go.
I know how silly it sounds. But I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
Dude, that was trippy.
I know you did everything you could.
That was actually kind of trippy.
Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Oh, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I wish he could have told us.
No.
About the world he saw.
There's no way, dude.
There's so much I don't understand. About Gregory. About everything.
Nah, this is twisted.
I know what happened wasn't your fault.
Nah, this is wild, dude.
I'm sure he's happy. He'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Dude. What? I mean, it's all starting to make sense. We were looking, you know, as we were going through some of the earlier parts of the house, we were seeing some of the years and they seemed so small. Like, and Gregory's was one of the ones that we saw, you know, was 1976 to 77. Kid was 1 year old. Like, that's crazy. We thought Barbara's was bad, 1944 to 1960. So she was what, 16? I mean, that's wild. This family is full of tragedy. Dude, the Gregory one, that one hurts. That one hurts. I mean, this family was in the middle of, obviously they were separating and distracted by a lot of things, and
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet
dang. All right, let's see the story of Gus.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Oh.
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, "We don't need a stepmom," were the words that I
now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Oh.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Dang. He was not feeling the love that day.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Oh.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Oh, wow.
Thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
And they didn't even think about the kid. Oh no, dude. It's like now I'm seeing what's about to happen. And I don't want any part of it. Am I missing anything? I have to pick up more chairs? Oh. Oh. What the heck?
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
So did he get struck by lightning?
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Dude, okay. That's terrible. Dude, I'm still kind of triggered by the Gregory one. I mean, that's hard, man.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
He likely got struck by debris. Okay, yeah, I guess that would make sense.
It was as far away as she could get.
Oh, Dawn.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Oh, fly to India. 10 ways to teach critical thinking. Oh, look at all these photos. Oh, college application deadlines? Dude, that takes me back. I remember being so stressed about those because I just always forgot about them.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
All right, let's take this down. So we got Gregory, Dawn, Gus. Hey, I feel like I might be missing something. We didn't get Dawn's story. Is she a part of this? Oh yeah, she is. I must have missed something. Let me go check. I don't think we could go any higher. Nothing there. Oh, here we go.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
Wow. Like, there's a part of me that feels like a house out in the woods like this would be really nice and peaceful. But then another part that's like, I wouldn't want to be in a house in the woods.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Oh, she had a garden. Lewis, Dawn, Milton, Edith.
And to see kids in the house again.
Okay. So isolated, all I think about is if there was an emergency, right? I don't know if I'd even be able to relax or separate myself from the world, you know? You're so far away from
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Wow. Oh, interesting. It's like well, I guess it's a lighthouse, right? And here we are, the story of Milton. Oh, look at these paintings, though. That looks really cool. Milton, 1992. Wait, is he still? Oh, he might be one of the ones that's still alive.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Oh. Dude, who remembers flip books? I used to love these things. Okay, so he's still... Wait, but it says to 2003.
Disappeared.
So we still need to find out what happened to Edie. And Lewis. All right.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Oh, so that's why these doors are sealed shut.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
A dark secret, perhaps? Oh man, this is awesome. But like also incredibly tragic, but the story is so interesting. All right, we could go up, but did we go in here? Oh, this is Dawn. Oh, this is more of Dawn stuff. Odin Finch. All right, so we've already come this way, so I'm gonna go up. I just was hoping, I'm just like nervous we skipped Dawn's part. Okay. Maybe we just need to go up here.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Lewis.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
Oh no. Oh man. Lewis was doing that stuff. Oh yeah, a little hookah bar going on down here.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Oh wow, very psychedelic, very neo-futuristic.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Oh, he was working at a...
He kept working at the cannery. But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander.
Oh, what?
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small.
What the heck?
Imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved.
Dude, then you still have to like control the fish too.
And toads. And things that have not names.
Oh, this is getting very dark.
All in his head. But he took it very seriously.
Dude, this is putting my multitasking skills to the test. Controlling his mind with one hand and then the fish with the other. It's so interesting how your brain kind of works. It's like left brain, right brain.
But he found something more.
Oh, that was a lot of work mentally. Oh, there's more.
I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
What the heck?
Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was
Dude, there's a lot going on in his head.
Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won.
Wow.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Wow, and he's still doing the fish.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on.
And you can see like the
New Louisville.
story is taking, like the stuff in his brain is
St. Louis.
eclipsing over what's happening.
Started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Dude, that's wild.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen.
Oh, you have to choose. Oh, what the heck?
The queen was on her own quest for
Sinister serpents, radiant rainbows. Dude, rainbow sounds sick.
radiant rainbows. He followed the sound of her.
Oh no. Electric sitar, silver harp. I guess we'll take a left.
Electric sitar. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even
Dude, this
then,
story's
his
in
logic
depth.
remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
What the heck?
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
Dude, this is wild.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Okay, we're back. Oh man, doing both of those things took a lot of
Began to forget the world we know.
mental practice, I guess. Oh, the cannery.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
I don't know if we go up there. I guess we do.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
What the heck? Look at all of them.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on inviting him.
Look at this palace.
His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do.
Oh, what the heck? Nah, dude, I don't like where this is going.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
All right. Well,
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Well, that was something. This family, man. Yeah. Yeah, this family. This is something else. That was a really in-depth story.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Wow, dude. That's crazy.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
Oh, Edith. It's her mom, right?
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you.
Wait, no, Edith is us. We're Edith. Dude, there's so many names. It's... and so much tragedy. This is Edith's room. Oh, look at those photos. Oh, from the one that we saw in her grandma's room. I wonder if there's any other remnants of any other family members in here. A lot of books. Norwegian folk tales. Edith Finch. Oh man, I hope this doesn't end badly.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Oh no.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
Oh.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
Oh, history of the Finches.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born.
Oh, dude, here we go.
That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Oh no. Dude, just keep going straight. You know, one foot in front of the other.
I got turned around.
Oh no, dude, I hate getting lost. I don't like this. This feels very personal to me. I've been lost in the woods before. This is not a fun experience.
For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things.
Dude, don't tell me it's that deer from Sam's story.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me.
What is all of this? Oh, and then the house.
I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go.
Oh no.
I didn't scream, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
Dude, that's so sad. I wanted to know what happened.
Next morning, the band came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot.
Well, thanks a lot, Mom.
We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot.
Oh no.
This happened pretty quickly.
Oh, her mom.
She got better for a while. And then she didn't.
Her mom was Dawn.
And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this.
Dude.
If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
No way.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Dude, what the heck? That's it? Dude, that's tragic. Dude, who was that? That was her, I would assume her son. The end of everything. Wow, guys. I never saw a trailer for this game. And so, a couple years back when I was looking for, indie games that I wanted to play, I remember this game being on sale. And so I got it, but I never got around to it. I didn't even watch a trailer for it. I knew nothing about it. I just knew that I forgot who suggested it to me, but I saw it kept popping up on suggested games to try. And so I was like, yeah, okay. I did not know that that's what we were in for, though. Dude, that was tragic. Yeah, that's presumed to be her son, and the theories that she died in childbirth. That's what I was thinking too, that she didn't make it through. Wow, that's so unfortunate. Wow. She was still 17. She was 17 when she died. Dude, that whole family, that was tragic. The Gregory one really hit though. That was really unfortunate. I think the Gregory one, I even feel bad for her mom, going through all of that. Essentially all of her kids dying. Like no one in that family made it except for the kid. Utterly heartbreaking game, but absolutely beautiful at the same time. The game stuck with me years after playing it. Yeah, this was a heavy game. I mean, but it's one that I've always wanted to experience, and I'm it is sad. It's a really sad story, but I'm glad we got to experience it together. This was yeah, there's a lot of important themes in this game. A lot of important themes and a lot of things that I think we often take for granted. And yeah, this was a rough one though. The maladaptive daydreamer at the cannery. His name was Simon or Lewis. Yeah, this is one of the games that really stuck with me. Yeah. It was a beautiful game though. It really was. I absolutely loved the narrative storytelling, the way they told the story through this pop-in text as you go through and explore the remnants of this house and the tragic story of this family. I really enjoyed that part of it. I found that to be a really great way to tell the story, and then as you're going through and you're learning about, these family members, you're also kind of learning about Edith's story. And then you realize that it's not Edith's story at all. It's like the story that Edith wrote about the family for her son. And man, that's tough. The replay a story option is now available. Select Edith. Wait, you can replay certain story. Oh, that's cool. I definitely don't want to replay the Lewis one. I thought that the Calvin one was cool until it ended, and then I was like, oh, that's actually tragic. Yeah, this family, the Walter one was actually really interesting too. Yeah, I really enjoyed this game. This was really fun. Well, I mean, I guess fun is a loose term, but this was I can see why this is touted as such a beloved indie game. And yeah, like I said, it's one that I've always wanted to experience, and so I'm glad that we got to experience it. And I again, like I said, the story was such a powerful piece of it. The music in certain elements, certain rooms was really beautiful. I also loved the different ways that they creatively narrated the story. Like Barbara's was really interesting. It was kind of like a comic strip. That was really fascinating. Sam's ended in tragedy, but I really enjoyed the use of storytelling through the lens of a camera, and you're kind of taking these photos. I really enjoyed that aspect of it. Yeah, and like I said, Walter's was really interesting as well. I think Barbara's was one that I found quite interesting. Gregory's was just incredibly tragic, and yeah, it all makes up the story. There's a game from the same team, Unfinished Swan, that has connections to Milton's story. I actually have Unfinished Swan. I have not played that one either. I have a lot of indie games in my Steam library that I just never got around to. And so yeah, definitely excited about jumping into that one too. But this was a great game. Really great game. Really, I really enjoyed it. It's one that I definitely would play again. It was beautiful, yet incredibly tragic. Incredibly tragic.